Long-term illness creates more than just medical challenges for patients. It creates personal, financial, and legal challenges that can threaten peace of mind for everyone. Life Care Planning addresses these aspects of well-being that are often overlooked in a loved one's healthcare crisis.
As I was dealing with the VA applications, most of the applicants were older people, and I would deal with their children, who are basically my age, maybe even younger. And I had so many people who would come to see me, and they would sit around the table, conference table with me, and they would say something like, "Mama broke her hip. She is in rehab, and they're saying that she has got to leave rehab, but she cannot live at home the way she has, and I don't know what to do with her." And I'd have to tell them, I cannot help you. I can get you some money. I can get you the pension, the VA pension, and I can do the estate planning for you, but I cannot tell you what to do with Mama. And that really bothered me. So I spent about a year praying, researching. So I realized that there was another lawyer in Tennessee who had the same concerns that I had. And I called him. And he told me that he could show me what he does and how we can do it. He had changed his law firm from elder law to become what is called Life Care Planning. And he told me what I had to do was to hire the right people who have the knowledge that I do not have, so that I can tell these clients that we can help your mama. So I have hired these people, and now we are helping these people so we can tell them what to do with mama.
If your loved one has experienced an event that signals the beginning of a decline in health, even though it could be months or years before long-term care outside the home is needed, a Life Care Plan can maximize your loved one's dignity and independence during the long-term care journey and offer welcome guidance and relief for family caregivers. Kimbrough Law uses a model called the Elder Care Continuum to help families understand the natural progression of a long-term illness and its impact on a loved one's health, mobility, housing, and financial resources. The Elder Care Continuum helps families view the care journey as a process that begins well before what we call the crisis point. It often begins with a reality check.
To use the continuum, we have to have a reality check with the clients. And we have to kind of turn their point of view to start thinking about the quality of life for the elders. And the way we do this, we have this reality check, and the continuum is here. And so what we do is, the first thing we have to do, we need to assess the client and determine how much limits they have and how much help they might need. And so we figure out where they should be. And let's say, and this is a case, and so the client was here, needs some help, and really should be living in an assisted living facility. But this person is actually living at home. And so we know that there are some potential problems with this client. And so we call this the danger zone. So what has to do, in order to keep this client from having some major problems, you have to have more help. But what we would like to do is to have the living situation would match what they need, what the client needs. And then what we do too is we look to see what this will cost. And the facility will cost $4,000 to $6,000 per month. And then what we do too, and this is when the things get real, and we get them to look at everything that they own and see what the resources are to pay for whatever we're going to get. So in this one you got the home, stocks, and cash, so they have this. We also look at the income, and we just get them to look at this. People do not want to look at this. Actually, don't want to think about this. So this is the first part of the reality check. Then we have to get into this and let them know that they need to use this. And what I have to do in a lot of situations, people don't like this. They don't want to have to use the home. But in so many situations, the home is the biggest asset that they have. And we have to tell people they might have to sell it. In fact, I have had to tell people who maybe have lived with a parent, and I say, it's not your house, it's her house. So you may have to sell it. So we go through all of that. And then for the life care planning, what we would do, we do the assessment to figure out what the client needs and where that client should be. And we give them our recommendations in terms of where to live and what they need in terms of, say home health care. And then we educate them in terms of what their rights are. Say if you're in any kind of community, you do have rights. So we educate them about the rights. And we talk to them about being advocates so that they can be advocates to make sure that they're getting their rights. And if they cannot do it, we do it. And then we also give them all the resources that we have, because our care coordinators know basically all the resources that are out here.
Life Care Planning empowers you and your family to respond with confidence to every aspect of care during your loved one's long-term care journey. To learn more about how Life Care Planning can help your family, call Kimbrough Law or visit us at one of our Northeast Georgia locations.